It's a very special night here at Skate America. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Bridgestone Ice Desk. Excited so much tonight for the Ladies Short program as well as for the rhythm dance. Myself, Nick McCarville, along with a panel of guests and a special guest tonight. Let's go ahead and bring him in. He's a world champion, and now he's a two-time Skate America champion. Come on, Everett, let's hear it for Nathan Chen. Nathan, congratulations. I almost feel like in a way it's weird, it's surreal for us to see you back here after the Olympic season, but how has it felt for you? You're at Yale now, but you're still holding your own as one of the best figure skaters, if not the best figure skater right now in the world. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's a completely new venture in my life, but I'm really excited to be back competing. It's definitely my favorite place to be. It's much better than midterms, much better than studying in college. So this is, a lot of fun for me. It just brings me right back to the love of the sport, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, and this weekend, just in general, we saw your skating. We saw sort of a new side of your skating. It felt like a new chapter to us artistically for you in a lot of ways. Does it feel that way to you, or how do you see your skating right now?
Yeah, definitely Shaylin and Marie-France did an amazing job this year, choreographing two completely new programs. Shaylin always brings something completely new to the table that I'm not expecting, and so, coming in with this new short program, I wasn't entirely sure what the turnout would be, but I'm really happy that everyone seemed to like it. I'm excited to keep working on it.
It looks like in your performance level has just been taken to a whole new level. I mean, everybody always knew you as the quad king. You're landing 5 quads, you're landing 6 quads, you're landing thousands of quads, and then all of a sudden you took it back a little bit technically here, but it didn't seem like anybody missed those quads because your performance level is now at an all-new level.
Thank you, thank you. Definitely, I've been really working on trying to improve my artistic, component of my programs now, but the quads are definitely they mean a lot to me, and definitely something that I will continue to work on to add back into the programs, but I'm really glad that you think that my artistry is good.
He's like, oh, shit. I think Michael and a few other people think that.
Well, with the rule change too, the long program is about 30 seconds shorter. I mean, did that affect the way that you planned the free skate? Because it looked like it was a cakewalk for you today. Things were easy. They were hitting really quickly.
Thank you. Yeah, it definitely makes it a little bit tighter. It makes it a little bit more exhausting, honestly, just because you have less time to breathe in between quads or in between jumps. But then again, it's 30 seconds shorter, so that definitely helps. But I mean, honestly, it's not too much of a change, and I've definitely gotten used to it.
Go ahead, Brooke. Brooke wants to ask you all things about Yale.
Yeah, I just want to know about school. Are you eating cafeteria food? Are you living in the dorms, like in a twin bed with,
yeah, the college
plaid
life.
sheets and everything? We
Exactly.
want to know about
Bed,
your
are
dorm
you on the top
experience.
bunk?
Yeah.
No. I do have my own dorm, twin XL.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm living in the dorms.
Well, you're a big guy. You need an XL.
Exactly, right? Yeah, no, falling off the bed a little bit. But yeah, I'm in the dorms, go to class. I live on campus. And at Yale, we get split into different residential colleges. So I'm in Jonathan Edwards, which is a really cool college. And so I live with fellow Jonathan Edwards students at Yale. And yeah, basically I eat at, in the dorm or in the residential colleges where the cafeteria is, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think you're the one college student that doesn't have to worry about the freshman 15.
Yeah, seriously.
We'll see about that.
How is the cafeteria food at Yale?
It's great. Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, good. And when you're doing, you're talking about training both in New Haven and outside of the city as well with Raph sometimes on FaceTime, do you feel like this next chapter is kind of the challenge that you didn't know you needed, or how have you sort of adjusted competitively? Obviously the college life, right? Yeah. But for you as a figure skater too.
It's been well, actually. Raph has been really, open to the idea of FaceTiming, which is something that's totally new to him. And so whenever, exactly right. Took a little bit of trial and error to figure that out, but it's been working. And I'm excited to come. Every time I come to competitions, I get to see him, so I'm really excited to see him at comps, and I will be able to work with him a little bit more as the season progresses, and hopefully he'll find his way out at Yale at some point.
Wait, take me through the detail here, because when I envision you being coached, he's in California, you're in Connecticut, and I envision FaceTiming. I see you doing a quad with like the camera in your hand, being like FaceTime. You like set it on the wall, and he watches you do a quad. You come back out and say, okay, how was that?
No, I just strap it to my forehead, and he just sees what's going on, and then he's like, all right.
I feel like every young skater now is going to be like, I'll just FaceTime my coach. Why do you have to be there? It works for Nathan Chen.
And you have to pay less for those lessons.
That's true.
I still think the biggest feat out of all of this is you getting Raph to figure out FaceTime.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have been easy.
My greatest accomplishment.
No, seriously, do you set it on the wall?
Yeah, I just set it on the wall.
Okay.
Hopefully, when I skate by it, he sees a little bit.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Raph for figuring out
Exactly,
FaceTime.
exactly.
But really, hey, Everett, one more time for Nathan Chen. Come on, give it up for him. He's a
you, guys.
two-time Skate America champion. Thanks so much for being with us. In the arena, it's back to Rusty Kath. And for you watching online, let's go ahead and check out who is in the ladies' short program tonight.
Thank you very much. Big thanks to Nathan for swinging on by and straightening out my tie.
No, but you have to talk to him with the microphone.
Well, really awesome to hear from Nathan Chen, now a two-time champion here at Skate America, and really cool to see who's stepping onto the ice here in just a few minutes for the ladies event. It's almost very strange. Michael Weiss was actually talking about it earlier about how the pairs and men are done, and now it's time for the ladies and ice dancers to actually get started. But with that, let's go ahead and bring in, it's not Nathan Chen, but guess what? We've got the next best thing. It's Jackie Wong of rockerskating.com. Hi, Jackie.
I don't think I'm the next best thing
Sure
to
you
Nathan
are.
Chen.
Come on, take it.
But you know, when Nathan Chen is here on the ice, I'm taking his midterms. I think that's probably what's happening,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Really quick, before we get into the ladies event tonight, just your impressions on what Nathan was able to do this weekend. He looked really good out there on the ice.
He looked really great. I thought during the practices this week, he's just been really on, and I haven't seen him practice like that even at Worlds when he won, and it's one of those things where I think he was focusing on a certain number of things, just really his quad toe jumps as opposed to the sow, as opposed to the loop, and it kind of focused him on it, and he was pretty much eyes on the prize all week.
I mean, because you watch in much more detail than anybody all the practice sessions. I mean, did it seem to you too? It seemed to me like he just seemed more relaxed. Like his shoulders kind of dropped,
Yeah.
and he was enjoying it more. Whereas, you know, an Olympic pressure year, there was all that on him. He was a little bit more tight. Everything had to be perfect. And this was more like, I'm just going to go out there and skate. I'm really good and watch it.
He definitely wasn't happy though when you mentioned that he only did 3 quads.
Oh.
I
think he was happy otherwise.
We saw that intensity come back a little bit. Did you
Yeah,
notice
but
that?
that's why he's a world champion, because he gets pissed at. I can do 6.
know.
Watch. I'm going to go do it next time.
But have you noticed that too, Jackie? I mean, we've talked about that on the desk a lot.
This is not happening.
You're right.
I mean, only 3 quads? Really? No. I did notice that. I think it partly has to do with the fact that he isn't injured. I think his ankles are fully healed. I just think, like you said, the Olympic pressure is different this year. There's just it's a different year. It's a different, like, he's got distractions. It works.
It's almost like he's got that notch in his, like, I'm the world champion now. Like, he's kind of got that now. Whereas before it was kind of, he didn't have a world medal yet, you know, and everybody expected him to be an Olympic champion.
Right.
Now it's like, I got this, now I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a monkey off his back, right? Like, I thought at the Olympics when he did that free skate, it was a make or break for him career-wise. It was either
Completely agree.
he was going to do a really good one and go on with the rest of his career, or he was going to have an incredibly terrible Olympics, and then it would just affect him the rest of his
life,
career.
Yeah, well, that World Championships was huge for him. Obviously, as you guys make note, Nathan Chen is once again Skate America champion, 2nd year in a row. Let's go ahead and talk about the ladies overall. And Jackie, if you don't mind me throwing this to you first, and just looking at this field in general, obviously Brady Tennell is here as the reigning U.S. champion, but then you've got Sakamoto, Miyahara, and Honda, and to me that feels like the 4 ladies who are really going to race for the top. But overall, this I think is the hardest one to call for all of us this weekend.
It's the hardest one to call, but it's also the most exciting one.
Yes,
For
totally.
me, this is the one I've been looking forward to because the field is just so deep with the 3 Japanese women, with the Russian women, with the American women, with Luna Hendricks. I keep harping on Luna Hendricks as the dark horse. Like this morning when she was practicing, it was just like Celine Dion, I'm here.
Yes.
Watch for her. Really, watch for her.
You looked really good on practice today.
And what about I mean, obviously, as Michael was saying, you watch so much practice, but for you overall, who's looked the strongest in the practice session?
Everybody's kind of a standout. I mean, it's a little bit of a cop-out, but they were practicing like it was a late season competition. There were lots of triples. There weren't that many falls. I mean, you've got people who are very, very consistent. So Toko Miyahara, Brady Tennell, Kaori Sakamoto, all of Sofia Samodurova. Like she was incredibly consistent all week long, and so no like real standouts. But my money's on Miyahara because she's got the total package. If she can just be doing what she's doing with
herself.
her jumps,
Yeah. Yep.
then she's going to be fine.
I think it's so close, too, it's probably going to come down to GOEs, isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, if everybody skates clean, which all these girls, I shouldn't say all of them, a lot of them are capable of skating this short program pretty easily, cleanly, so it's going to come down to stuff like rate of execution and performance level.
Well, we've talked a lot about the Olympic hangover this week. I feel like with the ladies, you don't see that at all. It's like we picked up right where we left off after the Olympics.
Oh,
Yes,
totally.
Especially at this event.
Totally. And you're going to see that. This is. I will totally jinx this competition, but this is going to be the cleanest competition we're going to see of all of the 3.
What are your thoughts, too, on Brady Tennell? She does the triple Lutz, triple toe really consistently. Now she's trying triple Lutz, triple loop. It's a really hard element. A triple loop on the second half of the jump is a lot harder than doing a triple toe.
Yep.
We know that it gets under rotations a lot when the judges mark this. What do you think is going to happen in the in the short program here? We've had under rotation issues already with Vincent Zhou. Is it going to spill over to this event, too? Same callers.
Yeah. I don't know, but what I've seen in practice, she's been pretty consistently good on that triple Lutz, triple loop. The timing on it, if you watch her do the Lutz, there's this really fast snap that she has right when she lands, and she gets that pop up for the triple loop. I saw it at Worlds in March when she was practicing it, and I was like, oh, she's bringing this on for next season. So, and that's what happened. And toward the end of this afternoon's practice, she was kind of under-rotating a couple of them, but I think the first one that she's going to do today, it's going to be really good.
Right. And I've noticed since, last year when she came on at Skate America, people necessarily on this stage didn't know her, but we knew at the junior ranks, and she'd been skating well before that. When she came here, she kind of surprised everybody by skating well. But she was just kind of consistent, just skated. Now I felt like when she was out at practice, she was skating more like a national champion.
Yeah.
Like there's more of this ambiance about her, like, this confidence that's like, I'm a U.S. national champion, where before it was like,
she's
I'm just
oozing
trying
that,
to skate
right?
clean and let me get my job done. Now she's more of a oozing more confidence. Like,
Yeah, I feel like you noticed her before because she was consistent, because she was skating well, and now you notice her because you can't not watch her. She has something about her that's completely different than last season.
Yeah, and she's won an Autumn Classic, beating Medvedeva, and she's worked Jackie a lot on the artistic component side of things too.
Yeah, she said that she wants to look like a different skater this season. She's worked a lot with Benoit Richaud on her programs and on just trying to bring a different side. I mean, she, for me, has the kind of skating that works well with more kind of angular music. And kind of like a Vanessa James and Morgan Supre, right? Like it's that she's not the most flowy kind of skater, but there are certain things that will highlight the way that she skates, and there are certain things that will not. And the pieces that she picked this year, especially the short program, highlights the way that she skates really well.
We're just minutes away now from the ladies short program. Before we go though, Star Andrews, 17 years young. I think if you're an American, you'll know her from nationals last year, from her free skate in particular. This is her Grand Prix debut. Jackie, how she looked in practice, I think the first day was pretty rough, but Star's got some good skills on her.
She's been on and off. I think when she tries her flips and lutzes, that's when she kind of gets into her own head. The toe, the sow, the loop has been really solid for her, and that's what she's planning here: triple toe, and triple loop. So I expect her to do pretty well.
Okay, so you were saying Satoko's your winner.
Yes.
Do we agree, panel?
Well, she's the most consistent. She was doing clean longs in practice. So, I mean, she kind of, the way she practices is how she competes, and I do agree.
I'm going to say it's going to be between Satoko and Brady Tennell, and it's going to come down to whether Brady Tennell's triple Lutz, triple loop is under-rotated or not.
Okay.
Are we talking about short or overall?
Let's just leave it at short for
okay.
now. How's that? Jackie Wong of rockerskating.com. You can, of course, follow Jackie at rockerskating on Twitter. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. You were a great replacement for Nathan Chen.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I looked over. I'm like, Nathan?
Nathan, is that
My
you?
God, Nathan.
You guys follow Jackie if you don't already on social media. For now, it's the Ladies Short program. We're going to be right back here after on Bridgestone Ice Desk to break it all down. For now, go ahead and tune in to the ladies. We're in for a great night of skating. First the ladies, and then the rhythm dance, ice dance. We'll see y'all very soon.